Hi everyone, I'm Monet, and today I want to talk about what it means to set an intention for your yoga practice. You'll often hear at the beginning of yoga class, the instructor will invite you to set an intention, which just basically means to bring awareness to a quality or a virtue that you want to create more of in your life. So perhaps you want to invite more love into your life, more kindness, compassion, gratitude, grace, forgiveness, or maybe just the ability to let go of something. These are all different intentions. It's a little bit like a New Year's resolution, right? You like sort of focus on something with the idea that you can manifest it. So I'm wearing a happy shirt today, and I will try to manifest a happiness for the day during my practice. So I'm going to go ahead and do a really short yoga session. And I will invite you to set an intention, and then throughout this short session, we'll come back to it a few times so you can kind of see how it works. So grab a mat or just a comfortable place where you can sit cross-legged, and go ahead and bring your hands to your heart and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Another breath in and breath out. Begin to slow down your breathing as well as your thinking and your doing. And for today's yoga session, here's where I'll invite you to set an intention for your practice today. So again, this can be happiness, kindness, love, forgiveness, whatever it is, keep it to yourself, hold it in your heart throughout the practice today, and I'll remind us to come back to it a few times through this session. So go ahead and lower your hands to either side of you, and as you inhale, raise your hands and arms up over your head. And as you exhale, lower them down. And inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and come forward over your knees onto your hands and knees for some cat-cow poses. As you inhale, push the ground away and raise your gaze up toward the ceiling. Arch your belly down. And exhale. Gaze comes down, chin to chest. Back arches in the opposite direction. Push the ground away. Inhale, belly drops, eyes raise. Exhale, reverse, chin to chest. Push the ground away. Inhale, once more. And exhale. Go ahead and inhale back to a neutral position. And take your left hand and first reach it out in front of you. Just to reach. And then go ahead and reach it up to the side. Get a good stretch in before threading the needle underneath your right arm. Lowering down to the ground, chin to the floor. Right arm is bent and really sort of supporting you in this pose. Hips are high. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulder and in your low back. Deep breath in exhale. If it is comfortable for you to walk that right arm up toward the front of the mat, go ahead and do that. Just make sure you feel really supported in your left shoulder, left arm, and left side of the head that is on the ground. And then slowly walk that right hand back close to your head so you can push back up to tabletop, all fours. Straighten yourself out, and then we'll go ahead and do it on the other side. So right arm reaches forward, reach, 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 and then reach out to the side, and thread the needle on the other side. Shoulder comes down to the mat, face comes down to the mat. And if you feel comfortable walking that left arm forward, go ahead and do so. And then go ahead and walk that hand back under your shoulder, push up to all fours. Bring your toes together, widen your knees apart, and sink back into child's pose. Head can come all the way down to the floor if that's comfortable. If not, your head can come to a pillow or a block. You can also make a little object with your fists for your head to relax on. And while you're resting in child's pose, this is a good opportunity for you to think about the intention that you set at the beginning of class today. What is it that you would like to cultivate more of in your life? And then go ahead and push back up to tabletop and flip your toes. Push up into downward dog just for a moment. And then walk your feet up to your hands. Hang in forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. And then very slowly push yourself up to a standing position with your neck and your head in, the last thing to come up. Great. Find yourself in mountain pose. Your feet are spread about hip width apart. Arms are by your side. You're not leaning too far forward or too far backward. You're finding a nice balance on your feet. And once you feel really nice and balanced, we're going to move into tree pose. So go ahead and begin to shift your weight into your left leg as you raise your right leg. Maybe it's right here today. Maybe it's here. Maybe you can bring your leg all the way up into the inner side of your thigh. Perhaps your hands are on your hips today. Maybe they're at your heart. It helps if you look off in the distance at a spot, a drishti point, that is not moving. Find a spot off in the distance that's not moving that you can focus on for this pose. And if you feel really secure, you can go ahead and raise your arms up overhead for tree. And while you're in this amazing pose, think once again of your intention for today. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let it all go. Shake it off, wiggle the hips. And come back to mountain pose for tree on the other side. Now this side is a little harder for me. You might find that one side is more difficult for you and one side is easier. Go ahead and shift all of your weight into your right leg this time. And then bring your left leg. Perhaps it's like a little kickstand on the ground. Perhaps you can raise it up on your calf. Perhaps you can bring it all the way up to your inner thigh. Hands can be, I told you this side was harder for me. Hands can be on your hips or at your heart. Find a spot off in the distance, a drishti point that you can focus on. And once you feel confident here, either stay here or raise your arms up to the sky. Think of that intention. Solidify that intention for today. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, let it all go. Wiggle it out. And widen your legs. A little more than hip distance apart. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Hands come to hips. And gently, slowly begin to lower down. Maybe this is as far as you come today. Maybe you go a little further. If you can, bring your hands down to the floor. That is fine, or your hands on your legs. Find a spot that's comfortable for you, where you feel secure, where your legs feel really, really strong. Take some deep breaths here. Then go ahead and with your hands on the floor for some help, heel, toe, heel, your feet in so that they're closer, and you can sit back down into a squatting pose. Might take a little bit of adjusting and playing around until your feet are the exact good distance to do this. If your heels don't come down, that's okay. You can put something under them, like a towel or a blanket, or you can keep them up. If you can, bring your hands to your heart and use your elbows to widen the space between your knees. Go ahead and do that. Take a deep breath here and a deep exhale. And then go ahead and as gracefully as you can, lower down onto your bum. And cross your legs. Bring your hands back to your heart. We're coming close to the end of your practice today. I just wanted to give us a short little practice where you sort of understand what it means to set an intention and to come back to it several times throughout the yoga session. So for a final time, close your eyes and think of that intention that you set at the beginning of this short session today. And I hope that by setting an intention, either for yoga class or just for your day each day, you're able to cultivate more of whatever it is you want to bring into your life. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.